Son, be silent for a moment. Let the noise outside wait a little. You don't have to rush to respond to anyone right now. Just breathe deeply. Breathe as if you're coming home after a tiring day, because that's exactly what I want you to feel here. A place of rest, a safe refuge, a pause in the world's haste. You've been striving so hard, trying to stand firm, even when your heart is shattered, not even knowing where to start picking up the pieces. You've smiled at others, even though inside everything in you silently cries. I see that. I know how much it has cost you to keep walking with so many thoughts trampling your peace. I know what it's like to lie down at night with a weary body, but a restless mind, comparisons, doubts, demands, all mixed up, all weighing down, all confusing. But now, I just want you to listen calmly without haste. I am here and I want to speak to you. I see how much you measure yourself against others, as if your life had to follow the same pace as theirs. As if happiness were always a few steps ahead, always in others, never in you. You look in the mirror, and instead of seeing beauty, you see lack. You see what you don't have, what you think you should still be. Meanwhile, I am here trying to heal you. You compare yourself so much with those who seem to be succeeding, with the perfect smiles you see on social media, with the fit bodies, with the happy couples, with the plans that worked for everyone but you. And that silent comparison is slowly making your heart sick, little by little, discouraging you, draining your hope, shaping an identity that was never yours. How many times have you stopped dreaming because you thought someone had already done it better? How many times did you hesitate to smile because you felt your joy was too small compared to others? I know. I was there behind the curtain of your pain, waiting for the right moment to remind you that you were not called to be a copy. You were formed with intention, with a purpose that cannot be measured by anyone else's life. Do you know that river that flows silently between the stones? It doesn't compete with the sea or try to look like a lake. It just follows its path, firm, serene, doing what it was created to do, flow. You too can move forward at your own pace without needing to match others' rhythms. Comparison is a prison that steals your peace. It's like a fog that covers your eyes and doesn't let you see the beauty of what you already have, how much you've grown, everything you've overcome. You look at the neighbor's lawn but forget to water your own. You look at others' fruits but ignore the seeds you have in your hands. And the worst part, you start to believe you're not enough, that you're behind, that you've failed. But those are lies, and I don't speak through lies. I am the truth, and the truth is that you are in process. You are being shaped, being healed. You don't have to prove anything to anyone or rush to keep up with those who seem ahead. I don't compare you to anyone. I know your heart. I know the silent struggles no one sees. I know the moments you thought about giving up, the days you got out of bed without wanting to, but still got up. And for me, that's already a victory. I'll tell you a secret. What you call slowness, I call care. What you call delay, I call preparation. The time you think you've lost, I'm using to strengthen you. It's not punishment, it's not rejection, it's treatment, it's care, it's healing. You don't need to be more than you are now to be loved. I already love you. And that love is not for sale. It isn't earned by merit or nullified by failures. It's a love that restores, that embraces, that wipes tears and envelops you, even when you think you don't deserve it. You demand too much of yourself and forget to live. You stop savoring small moments because you're too busy comparing yourself to a life that might not even be real. You know that perfect photo that made you feel inferior? It may hide a wounded heart. You know that success that seems so unreachable? It might have cost more than you imagine. I see what human eyes don't see. That's why I ask you, stop measuring yourself by others. Stop hurting yourself trying to reach a perfection that doesn't even exist. You are exactly where you need to be to live what I have prepared for you. Look at the flowers of the field. They don't force their blooming, they just grow at the right time. So are you. Your time will come, your spring will arrive, your harvest will be beautiful. But now is a time of healing, and to heal, you need to stop hurting yourself. You need to stop comparing yourself. You have a story that only you can live, a glow that is uniquely yours, a unique sound in the choir of life. I didn't overlook any detail when forming you. Everything in you makes sense, even the parts you reject, even the cloudy days, even the deepest silences. Everything is part of the work I'm building within you. Son, don't get lost trying to be someone you were never meant to be. You were not created to impress, but to live in truth. I don't need you to stand out among many, as if your existence only had value when recognized. I recognize you. I see you, even when no one else does. Even when your soul is silent, I hear you. I just need you to walk with me, one step at a time. I need you to trust, even without understanding everything, to allow yourself to be cared for. I want you to stop running from yourself, because the more you run, the farther you feel. But even so, I am near. I always have been. Acceptance is not giving up growth. It is stopping the fight against who you are. It's looking inward with more compassion, and that is strength. I will restore your self-esteem, your identity, and your peace. You will see yourself as I see you. Your eyes will shine again, your heart will feel light, and your mind will rest, because I am here, not just watching, but healing you. While the world pressures you to be more, I invite you to simply be whole, true yourself. Let me take care of you. You don't need to carry everything on your own. You weren't created to live exhausted, trying to control everything. I know your limits, and I love you even in them. It's never too late for me. It never is. That time you think you lost, I can redeem it. The opportunities you think you missed, I can renew them. You are not lost, even if you felt far confused or off track. I know exactly where you are, and I'm with you. There is still much ahead, paths yet to open, dreams yet to understand, promises that will be fulfilled at the right time. But before taking you further, I want to heal you here. Just breathe slowly and deeply. Let peace embrace you like a hug that doesn't demand anything, just accepts. Close your eyes and listen. In the silence, I am whispering to your heart. You're being healed, not in an instant, but every day, not hurriedly, but with care. And most importantly, I will never give up on you, even if you give up on yourself sometimes. I will always be here, waiting for you to remember who you are. Trust me and stay connected to my words. They are life for you. Son, I know that sometimes your heart aches, not just from what has happened, but from what could have been. You wonder why some paths closed, why certain dreams remain just that, dreams. You question whether you missed something, a sign, a moment where you should have fought harder or believed more, and this doubt slowly gnaws at your hope, making you feel like you're always one step behind. But let me tell you something important. Not every closed door is a failure. Sometimes I protect you from roads that would lead to wounds you aren't prepared to face. Sometimes the dreams that seem lost are seeds I've chosen to plant deeper, where they can grow with roots stronger than you can imagine. When I withhold something, it is not because you are undeserving or inadequate. It is because I see the whole picture. You are so quick to blame yourself for what didn't work out, as if your worth depends on achieving everything you set out to do. You tie your identity to outcomes, and when things don't go as planned, you feel diminished. But I want you to know that your value is not determined by what you achieve or fail to achieve. Your worth is found in who you are, in your willingness to keep moving even when it's hard, to keep hoping even when it seems pointless. I see how you sometimes hold back from trying again because you fear another disappointment. You hesitate to embrace new opportunities because past failures still sting. I understand your caution, but I want to remind you that your past does not have the power to dictate your future. You can learn from it without being chained to it. You can move forward without carrying the weight of every mistake. Sometimes the pain of your own expectations weighs heavier than the actual challenges you face. You expect yourself to be invulnerable, to handle every situation perfectly, and when you don't, you turn inward, criticizing yourself more harshly than anyone else ever would. But I'm not disappointed in you. I don't see your struggles as weaknesses, but as opportunities for growth. I know your heart, and I know how much you desire to do right. The world may look at success in terms of status, possessions, or influence. But I look at how faithfully you love, how genuinely you care, how willing you are to humble yourself. Your greatest accomplishments are not in what you accumulate, but in who you become through each challenge. And even when you feel empty-handed, remember that your heart is being shaped in ways that will last beyond any earthly gain. There are wounds that you've tried to cover up, telling yourself they no longer matter. But I see the way they still affect your thoughts, your relationships, your choices. Healing doesn't come by ignoring pain. It comes by allowing me to touch those areas you've hidden, letting me restore the parts of you that have been broken. You don't have to pretend to be unbothered or unaffected. Your honesty with me opens the door to restoration. Sometimes you look for validation from people who can never fully understand your journey. You want them to see your worth, to acknowledge your effort, to recognize your sacrifices. But even when they don't, I see. I have been with you in the quiet moments when you felt overlooked, in the sacrifices you made when no one else was watching. Your worth is not dependent on being noticed or praised. It is rooted in my unchanging love. You often feel like you need to prove yourself, to demonstrate your capability, your strength, your resilience. But I'm not asking you to impress me. I'm inviting you to rest in the assurance that you're already accepted. You don't have to fight for a place at the table. I've already prepared it for you. You belong because you are mine, not because of what you can accomplish. The doubts that creep in when you're alone are not the final word over your life. Those whispers that tell you that you're not enough, that you'll never overcome, are lies designed to keep you stagnant. But I speak truth over you. And the truth is that I have equipped you with more resilience than you know. You have endured storms that would have crushed others, not because you are stronger, but because I have been your strength. You look at the road ahead and sometimes feel overwhelmed, unsure whether you'll make it, whether your efforts will bear fruit. I know how you calculate your chances, how you weigh your potential against the challenges. But I'm not asking you to walk this path alone. I'm asking you to trust me with each step, even when the road looks uncertain. Your journey is not meant to be a race. It's not about how fast you reach a destination, but how deeply you experience my presence along the way. It's about letting go of the pressure to have it all figured out and instead allowing me to guide you, even when the path doesn't make sense. Sometimes you wonder why I don't just remove the difficulties altogether. But know this: there is a strength that is forged only through perseverance. There is a wisdom that comes from navigating challenges with grace. I am not trying to wear you down, but to build you up, to make you resilient, not just for yourself, but for those who will find hope through your story. You have a purpose that transcends your understanding, and every day I am working to align your heart with that purpose. I see the battles you fight within yourself, the tension between fear and faith, between giving up and pressing on. You're not alone in that battle. I'm fighting for you, strengthening you when you feel weak, lifting you when you feel defeated. Son, it's okay to pause, to admit that you're tired, to acknowledge that you don't have all the answers. I am not judging you for feeling weary. I am here to refresh your spirit, to remind you that I am your constant help, your steady refuge, your unchanging hope.